Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 24, and it is now time to continue our career mode in the debut season. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Malaysian GP, it is time for the Sepang International Circuit, and we will be starting from a rather solid 4th place on the grid. My best qualifying in 2 races. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to race. So here we go then, starting from our best qualifying so far on the 2nd row of the grid. 4th place, we wait for the red lights to disappear, and away we go. Not quite the greatest start there on board the KTM, as goodness me, Angel Piqueras. But no, it's not, it's Adrian Fernandez. He keeps losing speed all of a sudden. It looked like he bumped one of the riders there, and it's under investigation, our little bit of a bump into the rear of Adrian Fernandez. I don't know why he was going so slow. Not really my fault. Is whoa, the rear tyre really wanted to kick out there as we launch it up at the inside of the young Japanese rider. Up at the inside of the tyre for a starter. We've received a penalty for a warning of a crash, of course. It just means a collision. No one actually crashed. It just means a collision. Bit of a bad translation job for you here today. But I tell you what, up on the inside for turn 4, we are now in the lead of the Sepang GP. Well, I never seen that coming in a million years. I'm not particularly great at this circuit. I don't particularly like it either. It's fantastic on the track. I'm just not very good at it. And I was not expecting us to lead for the very first time in our MotoGP 24 career mode, but it's happening. Just downshifted too early. Got to stop doing that. Got to stop hitting the rear brake so hard and downshifting at the same time. It's a recipe for destruction here in MotoGP 24, and I tell you what, this is going better than I expected here. We're up by 0.6 of a second ahead of Angel Piqueras and Adrian Fernandez. The 2 RC250s are approaching here. Can they stop us from winning here in Sepang? I mean, there's 13 laps to go, but of course nobody's really talking about winning yet, but I'm happy with the situation and where we are right now, leading for the first ever time in MotoGP 24's career mode. Now, I am still running the adaptive AI, so I don't know what difficulty we're on right now. Of course, with the adaptive difficulty, it is going to change as the game sees fit. So if we start churning out the lap times, we keep getting better and better, the AI will also respond and start to improve their lap times as well. So into turn 15, I lost a bit of time there, and as we get back onto the power, does look like we're holding our own against the artificial intelligence, but for how much longer? We lose so much time on the straights. The Honda is by far the better package when it comes down to the acceleration and the speed. Piqueras must be close now, and Adrian Fernandez won't be that far behind either. So in fact, judging at the map in the bottom left hand corner of your screen, it does look like there's quite the group all bunching up behind us. This race could get pretty wild pretty quickly if we're not careful. And I tell you what, this is exactly what I was talking about with the adaptive AI in the review. They've seen that I've got a little bit further away, and now they've started churning out the lap times, and now they're going to be right behind us. I would be very surprised if they don't send a lunge sooner or later. The gap is 2.5 of a second, so 1/4 of a second it's not close enough really for a lunge. You're going to be working out and calculating where to make that overtake. But I've pulled a couple of 10ths of a second away into the second split. I would say this is probably my strongest sector here in Sepang. I do really like that part. The rest of it, not a big fan. I do really appreciate this particular braking point here though. Very much enjoy slamming on the anchors into turn 9 for the clear corner. Now, a quick look at the top left-hand side of your screen. I was not expecting to lead this one, so I'm in a bit of no man's land right now. A bit of the unknown, to say the least. I had a good practice and I had a very good qualifying. I was actually in first for the majority of the session until the artificial intelligence had to go a bit crazy and start... track limit warning. That's come already on the 2nd lap of 13. Now, bear in mind, this is a 13-lap race, which might seem less than what we had in Chang International Circuit, but what you have to remember is this is a 2-minute lap time. In fact, it's over 2 minutes. So the fact that we're going to be doing well over 2 minutes per lap means that this is still going to be quite the slog to ensure we take victory here today in the Malaysian GP. Bit wide there for turn 15. That should still give us a good run getting across the line. I feel like the AI are just sizing me up for weak spots here. Fastest man on the circuit temporarily. Oh my god, look at those lap times just changed. Scott Ogden, where is he? I can't even see Scott Ogden in the top 10. Of course, crashing out in the first race in yesterday's video. Didn't quite go well for him. In fact, during that calamity, I think Almansa was given a long lap penalty, wasn't he? And he took it and made a bit of a pig's dinner out of it. He made an absolute mess of the long lap penalty in the Chang International Circuit last time out in yesterday's video. But now into the right side of turn 4, that gap is still hovering at the same quarter of a second. Are we going to be able to lead this one from start to... Never mind! I couldn't have predicted a better time to say that. Adrian Fernandez up on the inside, reckless abandon. He did take the lead temporarily, but the worst point... In fact, yeah, it was Adrian Fernandez, wasn't it? Where did that come from? Of course, I bumped him at the start of the race to earn myself a penalty, or at least I think that's why I received that warning. It was either on him or Furisata, one or the other, but of course I did 2 lunges in the first couple of laps. So out of turn 10, and now into turn 11. Now, MotoGP 23, they used to send it here. Ooh, not bad, it's close. Oh, a bit of argy-bargy there, bumping into the side of the Leopard Honda. Back up on the inside apex we go for the left-hander. He just shoves me in deep for the right-hander for 13. Now, getting past him is going to be challenging here. This is where I was losing all my time in the qualifying. I would go up to sector 3, a couple of tenths ahead, and finish the lap 0.5 of a second to a second behind. I always lose so much time in this final corner here, and I never understand why. I don't feel like I do anything particularly bad, but it tends to happen. Oh no, touching the curb there lost me a lot of time. That has lost me the toe as well. Oh, that was a mistake and a half. Across the line, nobody has updated the fastest laps yet. In fact, did Scott Ogden just change then? 2 minute 12.337. Oh, here comes Piqueras. Angel Piqueras. Is he going to go for the lunge yet? Oh, he's closing me in though. I don't fancy a lunge from Piqueras. The young man, the young Spaniard, the young rookie. He's definitely going to be going for broke here today. Don't forget, our goal is to beat Tayo Furusato. I didn't even mention that for today's video, but there he is at the bottom right-hand side of your screen. And he's not that far behind us now. 0.5 seconds is the gap to the young Japanese rider. And now, I've got to say, adaptive AI is working wonderfully. I can feel this pace changing right now. I'm getting stretched. Adrian Fernandez is trying to pull the pin here. He's going to go for it, isn't he? I can't allow that to happen. Can I close in quick enough here into sector 2? Surely we can. Not bad into the Genting corner. I know it's Adrian Fernandez at a small moment, but as we get onto the power, onto the curve, into the slipstream. Oh, a bit of a weave there from Adrian as we now go to the left-hand side. That's a late lunge. Has it made it stick? Oh, it's sideways. Oh. Even the Moto 3 machines can high side. And I know it's possible because I've done it before as Adrian goes up on the inside again. Up on the inside of Fernandez. We are back into the lead. This is kicking off now. I knew they had something up their sleeve. They were just... Oh, I've done it again. Oh, that's the 3rd track limit warning in 4 laps. I have to be careful now. I diced with death in Buriram. Surely I can avoid it again here today. 2 more warnings and then it's a penalty. Can't really afford for that to happen. Yellow flags out in sector 4. I think Stefano Nepper is not going to be deterring us for that championship position, as we're now 23 points clear from the Italian. Now it's probably my best apex going into the final corner there. That looks to work really well. And with that being said, we should have the speed now to get across the line to get our first 2 minute 12 lap time here in Sepang. So onto the right hand side, we brake as late and as daring as we can. Up on the inside of Adrian Fernandez. It looks like we can make it stick, can we? But he will have the inside line. Yeah. I got to give him the space there. Oh, I've got to stop doing that. Just getting a little bit eager on the power there. I know the pickup effect has been reduced heavily in MotoGP 24, but you've got to be careful with getting on the acceleration too early. You can get on it, but not as aggressive. I don't want to send myself to the scenery here on the CIP Green Power KTM. I don't think they'd be pleased. And of course, with this being the debut season, we're still trying to get a contract for a decent team next year. So we've got to make sure we deliver here. And I tell you what, if we deliver on the podium here today, then you can guarantee we're going to be looking quite peachy and quite cushy for the future. So into the Genting corner, Adrian Fernandez still leading the way. Now, of course, we know how aggressive Adrian Fernandez can be. We've seen him in Qatar last season, and I think you're going to see me get aggressive up on the inside now for the clear corner. He's gone deep. I'm off the circuit ever so slightly. There's an investigation happening right at the moment. So Stefano Nepper and Colin Vire have collided somewhere. Adrian Fernandez was given a track limit warning, and here comes Tatsuki-san. Tell you what, the Japanese riders are in full swing here today, aren't they? Furasata, Tatsuki Suzuki, all fast approaching. 2.5 tenths of a second is the gap to Fernandez, trying to do that really tight apex into the Sunway Lagoon. There's nothing else I can do. I can't deal with that when we go into that right-hander. I just try and make it as tight as we possibly can and try and get the speed back. But here comes Suzuki-san. Here comes Adrian Fernandez. Oh, a little bit of argy-bargy going into the final corner here in Sepang. But he's still going to have the run, isn't he? Well, if that's a rehearsal for the final lap, I cannot be behind. I've got to be ahead, haven't I? Here comes Suzuki. Where's he going to push that Husqvarna? Goodness me, getting in my way a little bit there, Suzuki. And he's done it again as we go on to the brakes. Oh, this is messy. This is a little bit messy now. There's another... Oh my goodness, there's another Honda in there now. I'm going to have to make the lunge here. Make it stick, make it move. Gotta go. I can't afford to be held up now because I fear someone's going to send me to the Shadow Realm. Either that or someone goes for a lunge and then that's it. I lose the momentum and I cannot fight back. So let's go for the front. Safest possible spot for me right now. Get to the front, churn out the lap times, and I couldn't have predicted that again any better. That's exactly what I was talking about. When all those riders bunch up together, someone, somewhere is going down. If anything happens in motorcycle racing, it probably will, and it did, as Adrian Fernandez, up on the inside, staring at me through my computer screen. He wants to go for the lunge. Beautifully done, Fernandez, but I'm pretty quick, I'm pretty decent. Out of that right-hander there, and I'll get you into turn 9, I assure you. Oh, that little bit of a swing makes me nervous, so I'll go around the outside. Oh, last of the late breakers is Fernandez. He's pinned it! He's gone down! Last of the late breakers, my backside. He's pinned it. Oh, what a tragedy for the younger of the two Fernandez brothers. Oh, Raul will be livid. Yeah, he didn't need to do that. You know what, he sort of played chicken with me on the brakes there ever so slightly, because I went around the outside, started braking, and I thought, well, I'm actually braking not as hard as I should. And then he decided to let off and then brake into the corner later. That was excellent. I'm really enjoying the way the adaptive AI works in MotoGP 24. I'm really happy with this game. I think it's fantastic. If you haven't seen my review yet, I would recommend you go and watch it either after this video or now. It's entirely up to you. But honestly, it's a great game, and I'm really glad to be able to share my opinions. And I did a pretty in-depth review, which covers pretty much every single thing you need to know about MotoGP 24. So check it out if you get the time. And is that Josh Watley again? Didn't we see him in Chang? I know we've seen Scott Ogden for a bit until he crashed, and then Josh Watley comes on through. A little bit of a pickup there just to avoid hitting Josh Watley as we go for that wider line here, just to avoid the two riders behind us. What on earth is the Michael Laverty's boys doing up there in 3rd and 4th? How did that happen? Don't get me wrong, I love to see our British talent up there right now, but it's a bit unrealistic, that. I don't think they're quite at the top of the Moto3 game yet to be fighting for solid positions here in Sepang. And the same can be said for David Alonso, Ivan Ortola and Daniel Holgado. Where are they? Why aren't they fighting in this battle right now? What's happened? Very strange that is the way that this MotoGP Moto3 season is materialising, but maybe it's just the debut. Maybe when we get to the full season, things will be a little bit different. Quick look at the rider standing. In fact, good timing there, as we mentioned, the top three. The top three of the championship are still battling it out. There's Ivan Ortola plus 25, or 25 points behind, yeah. So, very much fighting for the victory, aren't they? But anyways, we go on to the right-hand side. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you are enjoying the video, boys and girls. Got plenty more content just like this one, and they're all quite exciting, so definitely get subscribed if you haven't done so already. But if not, don't worry about it. Just enjoy the videos. That's all that really matters. So, into the right side for turn 14. We are now 5 laps removed from finishing this Grand Prix, and if everything stays as is, which, come on, it's Moto3, it won't, we'll take 25 points in a Moto3 race for the very first time. That will be astonishing. Good braking into turn 15. I'm beginning to get the feeling of this now. First gear is nothing to be afraid of in MotoGP 24. It doesn't seem that you're okay to do that. I know in previous installments, especially MotoGP 23, you downshift too much and it's like, yeah, it's over. I wouldn't recommend doing that for the bigger bikes, but it doesn't feel too bad for the Moto3. And look at that on your screens. Check out that in the top left-hand corner of your screens. Oh, Josh, up on the inside. That's a bit of aggressive move. I'll wait for him to go a little bit deep, and I'll go for the tight apex. Oh, classic. Brilliant. Oh, we're not through, though. The Vision Track Honda went through, or at least the MLAV Racing team has now gone through. But yeah, the point I was making, if you didn't notice, is we have a British 1, 2, 3. Now, I would put money on it that that's never happened in Moto3 history. Now, I'm not talking about 125s, 250s, intermediate classes, everything else like that, which it probably hasn't happened there either, but it's never happened in Moto3. Never. That is unbelievable. Josh Watley. Oh, Ogden's gone down. Well, we're not going to get it now, are we? For the second race in succession, Scott Ogden has gone down, but I think that was his own mistake. He did seem a little bit wide out of turn 6, but who am I to judge? Unfortunately for him, he's now gone down. Adrian Fernandez has dropped down to 8th place as well. So the battle is raging on between myself. Look at Watley up on the inside! Oh! Wow, that was a late lunge. He is unbelievable in MotoGP 24. That was an overtake and a half. I always get pipped there into that corner, whether it's online against the Aces or against the artificial intelligence here in MotoGP 23 or 24. Unbelievable. That was a lunge, that was. That was send. That was a full send. Bravo. That's how to stay ace, and that's how to full send, using both hashtags generated in the comment section. That was marvellous. Tell you what, that might be the first YouTube short in MotoGP 24. I very much enjoyed that one, and I was on the receiving end. That's bonkers, isn't it? Just you wait until I go full send into turn 1, Josh. Just you wait. It's going to happen. We're in the slipstream, but we're still losing time. We've got to get an upgraded KTM, or just give me a Honda. I don't think the KTM can hack it. I really don't. I don't think that is the way to go for the full season. So onto the brakes and into turn 1. We're closing in, but I'm not able to go for the lunge. Not really been paying attention to behind us. My focus has just been surely painted to the middle of the circuit. And I'm looking at Luca Lanetta now behind us, half a second behind. I have no idea where he qualified, but he's been setting good lap times, and now he's on a 12-minute 2 on halfway through race distance. I'll tell you what, he's going to be a rider to watch out for. He could go full send, could the number 58. I hope he doesn't. As long as it isn't here into turn 6 where Scott Ogden went down, because that'll put me in a very perilous situation. As Watley still leads by half a second. This is the corner where I can pull a lot of that time back. Into the Genting corner. A 10th has gone into my favour. Does another 10th go in our favour? Not really. Well, sort of. It's a little bit there to 3/10. Let's see how late we can go on the brakes. He's occupying the middle of the circuit there. Clever defence from Joshua Watley. It's impossible to get through on the young man. Well, now on to the right-hander then, and tight to the apex of turn 11. Oh, we're building. We are building here, ladies and gentlemen. As if we were playing Minecraft or something. It's building. It's happening. This is how you set up the overtake. It's going to take a good couple of corners and possibly a lap to really decide where to lunge on Joshua Watley. Look at that. The rear tyre. We were sideways coming out of the Sunway Lagoon there. That was an unbelievable just spin and drift. I can't even think of the words. Apologies, my English has stopped working apparently. But now into the left-hander. This is exactly what I was talking about. This is building. This is building massively out of the final corner. We are finding almost 5/10 of a second across the line. It is now a 2-minute 12.4. But look at Luca Lanetta. 2-minute 12, 2-minute 1:11.9. That's unbelievable. I can't compete with that sort of lap times. Oh, look at Lanetta, no! Oh, I didn't see it coming to the last second. Oh, am I going to get a penalty? Is it raining? Oh, it's raining now as well. Can you predict the drama in this video here today? Oh, I can't believe it started raining. 3 laps left. Well, this will be red flag. There's no way we're going to complete full race distance here today. 2/3 of the race is already completed, so it's down to this. Oh, if Luca Lanetta hadn't hit me there, I could be fighting for the win. Oh, that's tough. That is a bitter pill to swallow. I've lost the toe now, which makes this even more difficult. And now the track conditions worsening is just increasing the difficulty tenfold in the latter stages of the Sepang GP. What a race, though. This has been brilliant. If MotoGP 24 has more races like this to offer, then sign me up. Sign me up to a lifetime contract. That's brilliant. Good entry there into the apex for clear. 1 second is the gap. I don't think it's going to happen, is it? How well do the AI respond to mixed weather conditions? In my testing, they don't seem to be overpowered like they were in MotoGP 23. They do seem relatively realistic. They do tend to slow down a bit. So I am genuinely curious. Going deep there for the Sunway Lagoon is not going to help my cause. And unfortunately, I have completely lost the toe now to Joshua Watley. And you'd have to say that all stems down to the Luca Lanetta lunge into turn 1. It was an audacious lunge from Lanetta, it really was, but I feel I could have avoided that if I'd just seen it coming quicker. Maybe now that if I'm aware that the AI do chuck a lunge in every now and again, maybe then I can sort of give the space. But I wasn't expecting him to go full send that corner. I don't even know if he would have had it stopped, to be honest. I can't be blamed, and I don't think he can be either, really, because it was just a bit of a racing incident. But into turn 1, the rain is coming down. It's not particularly heavy yet. Oh, that's a mess. That's a mess. I'm going to have to drop a position here, aren't I? Well, I'm not going to make that decision. The MotoGP stewards can, because I also don't like the idea of if I drop it and then the game says drop a position, it might glitch and it might say to drop 4th. I don't know. But I tell you what, the conditions are worsening, and they're worsening quite quickly now. It didn't look too bad a minute ago into turn 1, but now we're at this part of the circuit. It's feeling a little bit loose. I've got to be careful on the throttle here. I can't believe this. Joshua Watley, if all goes well, if the red flags come out soon, he will be a Moto3 winner. A Grand Prix winner in the lightweight class will be Joshua Watley. Unbelievable. I don't think anyone can see that coming. Hopefully he does that this year, that'd be even better, but right now, it's 2 Brits, a 1-2, with Farioli in 3rd with the Italian. What can Filippo do now as we go into the right couple of corners? This is going to be treacherous. If I touch the apex onto this next left-hander, I don't know what's going to happen. But why not let it fly? See what happens. Oh, that's a bit deep. That didn't go well. Oh, I'm on the terrible spot here to get back at the limit. Oh, no, I'm on the limit. I'm back on the inside of Farioli. That's put me in a bad spot. Oh, it's red flagged. It's over. It's over. Ladies and gentlemen, it's over. It's finished. Did I finish in the podium though? I dropped a couple of positions there. I finished third, which is fair, but I was still ahead of Filippo, I can never say it, sorry, but I was still ahead of Farioli by the time that sector ended, so I don't really know about that, but I tell you what, hit that screenshot button because I'm saving that. The first podium in Moto 3, that's amazing. And how did our championship do? Yeah, we've cleared away from Stefano Neppa. We've secured 7th place. That's good enough for me. In fact, we might actually get 6th. We might get past David Munoz. That's even better. Oh, what a debut start, and what a podium for the Aces. Guys, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow's video for more racing. Ciao for now. Oh, hi. Didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.